Carlos Sainz dropping 2 positions. He and the rest of the grid are losing valuable seconds, unable to start. And here we have Sainz starting the race for him, with the other drivers following. Although Bottas had to go to the pit lane, he still came out in front of many other drivers. His teammate is the only one being left behind. It seems like the car is unable to start, which is why he left the track. Let's watch that again in the replay. Again on this straight, the two neck to neck. Leclerc taking the inner line here. Russell has to brake earlier to get around the corner, securing Leclerc P2. Clean overtake from Leclerc, leaving the Mercedes behind. Now let's look at the replay of Hülkenberg and Stroll's crash. Hülkenberg leading the midfield, getting rear-ended by a devastating crash from Lance Stroll in the back. George Russell had enough of battling Leclerc and crashed into him. Leclerc did it with Hülkenberg. Russell rear-ended Leclerc. Looks like Russell didn't think that Leclerc would brake earlier this time, sending the Ferrari driver off the racetrack and out of P2. Albon's dream of P14 just got crushed by Alpine driver Ocon. The incident happened the same way Russell drove into Leclerc before. He's driving off the track to get to safety, and you can still see Leclerc on the side. And here we have him, their French, laughing into the face of Alexander Albon. And it was Gasly who, although being an entire round behind, knocks out Perez. Here we have the replay of Alonso sweeping up the floor with Piastri. It still looks like a very dirty move from Alonso here. Alright, after watching Alonso's point of view here, we clearly see that he was not able to see the driver in front of him. He tries to fight against the wayward steering and in the process pushes Piastri off the track. And I didn't even realize Bottas was still driving in front of Albon here seconds ago. But Albon kicked him out the same way that Perez and Piastri have gone off the track. And Sargent went off as well, with Tsunoda thinking it was the time for revenge, taking out the Williams driver. Let's take a look at how Ocon fell out of the top 10. And it's always the same turn in Sector 2, where the drivers devastate each other's cars. And this looks like Sargent bumps into Magnussen in turn, spinning his car around. Sargent not making it off the track in time, with Hamilton hitting his car, pushing him off the track, and Sargent keeps going. Massive error from Sargent here, which will definitely cause Hamilton losing a lot of position in this race here. Piastri trying to correct this slip, crashing into Perez, sending Piastri himself off the track. And it was Magnussen braking hard, causing him to slow down a lot. Stroll crashing into him. It looked fine until they come to the corner where Magnussen spins and gets stuck by Stroll's car. They almost come to a complete stop, Stroll being able to free himself from this tangled mess, but Magnussen being stuck on the gas, trying to free himself here, driving hard into Danny Ricciardo. We have Magnussen losing traction a little, crashing into Carlos Sainz, kicking him off the track where many of his competitors also lost a lot of positions. But Sainz wasn't the only one crashing this turn. Zhou Guanyu and Piastri also crashed into each other, causing the McLaren to spin. For safety reasons, he got off the track. And Ricciardo losing his cool here, spinning out, luckily not crashing into any of the other drivers of track. This means a position gain for Hamilton, which I wouldn't believe would happen. We now have Ricciardo, Sainz and Piastri in pit. Massive accident occurred. I'm going to show you in the replay. Here you have Perez and French driver Ocon, with Perez having enough of him, pushing him into the wall. Straight into pit. They completely destroying his car. We have Stroll and Gasly overtaking Tsunoda. Tsunoda trying to correct an error here, bumping into his teammate Danny Ricciardo, therefore kicking him out of P5. Max Verstappen finishing his final turn, accelerating into the straight and finishing the race in first place. Congratulations! Lance Stroll securing the fastest lap for Aston Martin with only 0.026 seconds away from Ricciardo's lap. George Russell with a P2 for Mercedes as he comes out this final turn. Lando Norris finishing third. Alonso on this final straight here, securing him an Aston Martin P4. Many drivers still one entire lap behind as the race comes to an end.